huge misconception. Let's just start right there. So I just got out of a couple days soil conference. It was awesome. Had a lot of fun. Helped answer a ton of questions. Learned a lot, as always. So I want to say thank you to all who attended that soil conference. But one of the most common questions that we get, and it's whether it's talking to flower farmers or row crop farmers or home gardeners or lawn care, food plotters, it doesn't matter. People always say, well, what's the best? What's the best thing to add to my soil? Oh, I got compost, or I have manure. And I traditionally kind of fell into this as well, right? Until you kind of dive in and understand the balance that happens in soils from the chemical to the biological side, it's really easy to just say, oh, compost has always been told that it's great. It must be great. One thing about compost, you want to be very careful because you want to understand what its pH is. Especially if you're adding it at the rate that a lot of people are doing. They go, oh, I get free compost. I get a ton of compost. So the couple things you want to make sure you know is what is the carbon to nitrogen ratio of that compost? Now you can pretty much, you can eyeball that somewhat. Does it look like soil, right? Maybe it's lower. Is it more leafy? There's there still wood chips in it? It's going to be higher to carbon to nitrogen. Not saying that's a bad thing, but that means it's going to be much slower release to break down. Another thing to keep in mind about compost is it's primarily stable organic matter, especially in hot compost environments. So they're aerobic, there's tons of biology going on, ton of bacteria. They're breaking down things and cycling it, which means when you're adding that compost, it's not much of the liable fraction of organic matter, and it's much more stable organic matter, which takes a long time to break down. So it's very good from a biological inoculant. It's very good from a water holding capacity, and certainly there's going to be some nutrients in it. But it's not like this, oh, we're going to put down, for example, say rabbit manure or something that's tends to be a lower, or chicken manure, lower carbon to nitrogen ratio, and is going to release nutrients. So again, think of those two things as different. You know, compost can be good, but again, if you have a 7.2 pH soil and you're putting down a bunch of compost that tests in at 7.5 or 7.9, you might be doing more harm than good. Similarly, manures tend to be a little bit more acidic. So keep that in mind too. If you already have acidic soil, if you're not putting lime down and just pouring the manure to it, that's another thing that might be not helping you. So I always tell people, before we jump into compost or manure, we got to test first. We have to understand where's our pH, where are our base saturations, and then, which is probably another video for another day, we can get into understanding timing of these nutrients. So if it is a rabbit manure or chicken manure that's going to have faster release, we got to be careful. We don't want to put it on the plants oftentimes because it could burn the plants, right? There could be a burn risk there depending on how much of that nutrient is in organic form or if it's in an already soluble form. Number two is we don't want to put it down too early and have it all leached or be gone by the time our crop grows, right? So that's where timing comes in with these things. So biggest takeaway, and this video is longer than I wanted it to be, but the biggest takeaway is test your soil, test your compost, test the manure, and that way you know where's my baseline and what I'm adding, where's it going to put me in the balance. Because remember, in soils, there's your chemical, physical, and biological components, and within those, there's antagonisms and synergistic relationships as well that happen. So as one thing goes up, a lot of other things might go down and vice versa. So we have to know where our starting point is. Balance, balance, balance. Test. If you like this type of stuff, check us out at vitalizeseed.com.